The Heroes and the Hidden by Kitty Quat on AO3. Episode 27, Chapter 24. With just her mind, she controls the screen. Dobby paced his apartment, running his hands through his gray hair. Most of the dye had washed out because he couldn't find himself caring enough to re-dye it right now. He had lost the kid, failed another kid, like his dad had failed him. Now Izuku was in the hands of a weird-ass villain who he knew nothing about. He had never even seen them before, and now they had Izuku. It's not like he cared about Izuku exactly. Izuku just happened to be just like him. He had watched himself get taken by people that would harm him, and he needed to save himself. Save Izuku. He scrolled through his phone, trying to find anything he could about the villains. He checked every police case he could find about a white-haired crazy ass and a mist man. Nothing. Fucking nothing. He scrolled through reports of teleportation quirks and came up empty again. He was getting so tired of this. Finally, he searched for missing kid reports. Maybe they just like snatching kids. They might not have been after Izuku specifically. However, the idea of child nappers didn't sit well with him either. His finger froze over a report labeled Midoriya Izuku. Of course, the kid's last name would be synonymous with his hair color. Made perfect fucking sense. Dobby clicked on the report, scrolling through it for any information. He stared at his screen, unbelieving. The kid was quirkless. He was the very thing that Dobby had been told to ignore and push down his entire life. The Quirkless were weak and couldn't amount to anything. The Quirkless were scum of the face of heroes. It was just his luck that he had stumbled upon a Quirkless kid. He considered backing out of the report and just forgetting about the kid. It was better that the kid was dealt with by someone else so he didn't end up in a hero's way. But he was intrigued. Why was a quirkless kid covered in someone else's blood? He couldn't harm anyone with a quirk. He was too weak. Dobby scrolled down the short report more. Report any tips directly to Detective Tsukauchi of Masatafu Police Department was written in the tips section. Why would a lead detective care about a quirkless kid? Dobby was sure he had more important people to look into and find. But he put his effort into the weakling. Why? Dobby hesitated before tying his hair back and grabbing his hoodie and mask, covering himself. He walked outside and took the late train down to the popular hero-themed cafe. It was still pretty busy, making for good witnesses, as well as being far from his apartment. He needed to be careful if he didn't want to destroy his phone card. He dialed the number listed on the website before hitting the green call button. Calling a detective, as he was on the run. He was so stupid. Hello? A tired voice responded after the third ring. Took him long enough. Who is this? Dobby lowered his voice slightly, glad for the years of practice hiding his identity. A concerned citizen. I have information on a missing quirkless kid of yours. He could hear scuffling and the desk drawers opening quickly before the detective responded, panting slightly. Please tell me everything you know. Meet me at Freedom Cafe. I'm waiting, he said before hanging up the phone despite the detective's protest. He tapped his foot impatiently, listening to the clock tick. Is there anything I could get you, sir? A waiter asked, appearing beside him joyfully. Do you serve any alcohol here? He asked, keeping his eyes shrouded by the hoodie. The waiter frowned, shaking his head. We only offer coffee and pastries. Dobby sighed. I'll take the strongest shit you got, and 2 orders of strawberry shortcake. I'll also take an iced latte. The waiter nodded before hurrying off. Dobby could feel the stares of workers and late-night students as he waited for his drink and the detective. Fuck them, nosy pieces of shit. The food came out fairly quickly, before the detective had even arrived, steaming hot. He could see the worry on the waiter's face as he bowed and left. He must have lost a bet to serve Dobby. The door jingled as a man rushed in, a briefcase clutched to his chest, and a large trench coat covering his t-shirt and jeans. He looked over the cafe worryingly. Before a waiter could approach him, Dobby rested his hand in greeting, taking a sip of his coffee. The pungent taste hit his mouth, and he grinned. This was some strong shit. The man rushed over to him, setting the briefcase on the seat, and pulled out a police badge. My name is Detective Tsukauchi. You have some information on Midoriya Izuku? He asked, sitting down and pulling out his notebook. So he was on a first-name basis with the kid. Dobby was too, but that meant that the detective had to have met him at least once in the past. Dobby nodded lazily, pushing the latte towards the detective. I ordered us some food. Foster good relations and everything. The detective glanced at him warily, taking a drink of his latte. It's a bit sweet for my liking. He sets the glass on the table across his hand. Who are you? And what do you know about the kid? Dobby sighed, matching the detective's stance. I know he was taken by villains from Togabo Beach, approximately 2 hours ago. He says, ignoring the first question. Who he is isn't important. What's important is finding out why the kid is so significant. The detective's face goes pale as he scrubs notes down. Dobby watches a bead of sweat work its way between his brows and down his face. How are you certain? The detective asks, looking up. Dobby shrugs. 'Cause I let him. The detective's grip on his pen tightens, and Dobby can see him fighting down his frustrations. Why the fuck would you do that? He asks, his stare turning one of pure hatred. Dobby sighs, tapping his fingers together. I didn't mean to, okay? We were just supposed to be getting ourselves clean. I didn't expect a fucking portal to open up. He throws himself back against the chair, taking a large drink of his coffee. The detective seems startled, quickly writing in his notes. Tell me everything that happened, including where you met Izuku. Dobby nodded, swishing his drink around in the glass. You're paying then. It's only fair. Izuku screams as a searing pain rips up his arm. He jerks awake, trying to pull away, which makes the pain worse. He tries to push the weight on his arms off, but he can't move his body. He can feel leather straps digging into his skin over his wrists and ankles. He tries to lift his head, but a strap around his neck makes that impossible. He can't see what's happening, and he can't fight it as the pain roars through his arms again. Well, it looks like you're awake. The pear-haired villain looks down at him, grinning madly. I'm glad to see my quirk control is getting better. Izuku tries to see why his hands hurt so much, but is stopped again, this time by the villain grabbing his head and shoving it into the cold metal. I wanted a monster, and all I got was a child. Do I have to force the monster out? He asks, scratching at his neck with his other hand. Izuku shuts his eyes tightly, as flakes of skin fall onto him. He shakes his head, trying not to open his mouth. He could hear the villain chuckle as he traces and taps Izuku's forehead, one finger at a time. I could end your game right now, you know. End your miserable, quirkless life. You may even get one in your respawn. His words are so similar to Kachan's last words to him. He hears his heart jump in his chest. He was going to die. Hitoshi would miss him. But it's not like he killed himself. Someone else did it, so it didn't make him suicidal. Tomura, let the young boy rest. He could hear Kirigiri in the distance. Why was he letting this happen? He had seemed so nice when he had taken Izuku a nap. He had gotten milk. The kindness was just a lie? To make it hurt more? He should have expected the hurt. Like the hurt that still flared through his hands and up his arm. It was consistent. No one is coming for him. There is no need to rush. Izuku's stomach lodged in his throat. He was alone. He had pushed everyone away. No one cared where he was or if he died. It was better that way. The pale-haired villain groaned, removing his fingers from Izuku's skin. Izuku turned his head and watched as he grabbed a large bandage and gazed, turning up back to Izuku. He grabbed Izuku's arm, roughly, making Izuku scream as the plane bloomed even bigger. He shoved the gauze against his hand and tied the bandage tight. To stop the bleeding, he said, frowning as Izuku let his mind drift away. He let himself float away from the drumming pain into the black void. I come back to this? This is what you're making me come back to? A couple days before Christmas? Really? Oh, I am messaging you right now. What is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? You're making me cry. You are making me cry. Cry. What is this? Oh my god. My poor little baby Izuku. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna massively cry. I'm gonna massively cry. I am reading chapter 24 of your fic. Ah, you are making me cry. What is this? What is this? Oh, Dobby also no longer caring as much, knowing that Izuku is quirkless. Clearly he does still have some care. I think it's more curiosity out of care. I'm glad that he at least cared a little bit. Tsukauchi deeply cares. I hope this changes Dobby's mind on quirkless people. I'll give him a pass because his father is literally a flaming trash bag. So, like, I'll give him a slide this time and only this time. But, oh my god! Oh, this is horrid. This is horrid. This is horrid. I just want Izuku to get saved. I want Izuku to have a nice, loving home. Can Izuku be adopted, please? By, Tsukauchi or even Eraser Mike. Actually, no. I'll leave Eraser Mike for Hitoshi. Hitoshi can have Eraser Mike. Right? Hitoshi can have Eraser Mike as his dad's. Right? Izuku can have Tsukauchi. Please, 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 please. Please. Okay. I have a feeling I'm not gonna get that. I have a feeling I'm just gonna get, thrown, kicked, punched, soccer punched, strangled. Like, I don't think I'm gonna get what I want. I don't think I'm gonna get what I want. I'm not gonna get what I want. I'm not gonna get what I want. We're not even halfway through the fic, by the way. We're like a quarter, right? There's like what, 118 chapters? 118 chapters. We're not even halfway. Halfway would be like 60 chapters in, right? 60 something. Right. We're not even halfway. We're not even half of half. We're not even a quarter way in. What is oh! Kitty quack, kitty quack, kitty quack. Message you on DM in the Podfic Discord. Because yes, we have a Podfic Discord for those who aren't in it. Hello. There's a Podfic Discord. For YouTube podfickers only, right? Not only. I think we have some other podfickers. It's mainly for the YouTube podficking community. Except the AI people, you're not allowed in there. We do not allow you in there. I don't allow you in there. If I find out you're in there, I'll get Pika to kick you out. I will get Pika to kick you out, and Pika will side with me. Pika will side with me. Whew. Can I scream a little more? I hope you all know I'm not like overreacting. Oh my god, I've missed recording so much. These reactions, they're bringing me out of life. I was actually really scared I was gonna go into like a seasonal depression, but it didn't. Oof. Hold up, I'm stretching. That's a big stretch. Oof. Holy shit. I should be getting paid. Hopefully the next week. Hopefully, I'm crossing my fingers. Crossing my fingers that I get paid soon. Crossing my fingers. Cross. Oof. Hopefully, like, Wednesday or Thursday? Fingers crossed, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Anyways, so that's all I have to say. I really hope that the next chapter is better. I don't think it's gonna be better. Something tells me it's not gonna be better. The next chapter is chapter 25. I deserve it. I think my mic did not pick that up. I'm gonna cry! As always, my raindrops, make sure to eat, sleep, drink water, take your meds. Have a wonderful day or night. Link to my Discord server and socials are down in the description. Subscribe to see more of my content, and thank you so much for watching! Kitty cat, I swear to God, I will get you back. What is this? What is this?